Monday to Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m.
13 minutes after 9, slightly late for saying to Bazana, but she's in studio. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy, if you celebrate, that is.
If you looked around the studio right now,
Yeah.
you can tell how old people are.
Yes.
No one's wearing red.
No.
No.
No one's interested, actually.
No. Did you remember when you remember this Valentine's Day? At least you remember. No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I was wondering what I just, it clicked very late.
Yeah.
Until someone sent me, it actually was as a note I got
Yeah.
that wished me happy Valentine's Day, and I thought,
Huh?
Valentine's? What's that?
It's the day of love.
Totally
Yeah.
unaware. So, because people are going to be throwing all kinds of gimmicks around, people have bought people flowers,
Yep.
chocolate, supper, dinner, yay! And then others are going to propose.
Oh, of course they are.
Because of course they've got to make a statement.
Yes.
But you are saying, Bona, do the Valentine's thing there. But while Lily Mo Marathon, before you go walking down that aisle, checks and balances.
Please.
Checks and balances. So you are such a dampener.
I know, right? Didn't we do this last? What was the last thing we did?
Nah, because
Year-end function, right?
Yeah, no one wants to talk about, because marriage contracts are not easy to
Very
discuss.
true.
When you're in love, yes, my darling, yes, my sweetheart, my what.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be that way.
Correct. In fact, even engagement should not be, oh my love, oh my sweetheart, because that in itself is a contract to enter into a contract in itself, right? So it's a beautiful thing to be in love. It's a beautiful thing to want to build a life with somebody. But before you go down on one knee, either party, because we now know that women also now propose to men, think about what the proposal might mean, because that is a contract in itself. If you happen to not make it to the aisle, the quote-unquote innocent party in that particular proposal can take the party who broke the engagement off to court. Yeah.
Okay, so we are out for dinner tonight.
Yes.
Okay? I have no idea. Let's say we were dating, or we have been dating Nyana.
Yeah.
The Nyana is important.
Very important.
Because nothing in our dating relationship we've never discussed engagement or marriage to one another. Maybe we discussed marriage, Nyana, as a broad subject.
Yes.
But I did not say, I want to marry you, Tabise, right? So we go out on a date like tonight, and it's all beautiful. And then I have organized for a real proposal.
Yeah.
Maybe before we get into the restaurant, there's a helicopter. Marry me. It's all Instagram ready.
Yeah.
Right? There are things, balloons and petals and whatever. And you are caught off guard. And maybe in front of everybody. Or maybe it's just the two of you, but with cameras. But with a drone and cameras.
Evidence today.
And so you are expected to pretend like you're going to cry because you're so excited.
Yes.
which you may do, because maybe you are
You
surprised.
are, yeah.
But perhaps the tears are also about the shock. Ne?
The disbelief.
Like, how did he just do this to me? Because now I've got this camera in front of me. I can't say no. I love him, but I'm not sure. Right? And you probably, for the cameras, say yes. And then maybe a day passes, you're all sober, and you bring up the subject and say, look, can we talk about the engagement? You are saying, in that moment, I could be accused of breaking an engagement
Correct.
which I had agreed to.
Correct. You could be accused of breach of a contract.
Amen.
Wow, but the nice part of our law currently is that it doesn't go to the emotional aspect of damages that would be incurred by the person who is suffering from the breakup. So it is currently limited to your preparation and the money spent and all of those things towards the actual wedding. So
No, hang on a minute.
I'm being serious.
So that you chose to go get a helicopter, you chose to go get this fancy restaurant and this fancy ring, and I come back to you a day later to say, look, I love you, but I'm not sure, or I'm not now. The timing is not quite right.
Yeah.
I will be liable for those costs.
No.
Okay.
Not for the costs that lead to the proposal.
Okay.
The costs that lead to you prepping for the what would be wedding. So the bells and whistles have now passed.
In other words, if and when you decide that maybe after some weeks, we agreed, we went through the whole party thing and told people. And told people.
Yes.
And you were wearing that engagement.
Correct.
And you started planning towards the day.
Yes.
And then a week before the day,
it's not make sure.
I don't tell him what's the problem, but you can see I have a problem.
Yeah.
And I am procrastinating. I don't know my story. And finally, either I don't know, I go AWOL or something, or I plug up the courage to say to whether it's the malumes or to him to say, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm not ready,
yeah,
I can't do this, and you are in tears. What's going to happen there?
That's where Eddie now has a right to sue you.
Yo.
Because there's costs.
Wait a minute. The costs include lobola.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. But here's the thing. Lobola actually is the marriage has been concluded.
This is the thing.
That is what we're going to deal with. But
yes.
By the time Mahadi asks you, you're already married. So if you're going to say you're not ready, it's too late.
So if you chicken out,
yeah,
perhaps just prior to the malumes arriving,
yes,
or when they arrive,
and
in that meeting you say to one of your delegates, tell these people, you're still liable.
Yes.
Up until then.
Yes. Up until that moment, Eddie can officially sue you.
Inconvenience, what is it?
It's a breach of contract. Re dumelane hore ka di 14th of February 2024 we're going to get married. And here we prepared re ntshitse ditšhelete re hlabile dikgomo or dipudi or dinku, whatever the case may be, in preparation for this day. And you know there's monies attached to vulumlomu, there's monies attached to catering, there's monies attached to all sorts of things, that the clothes you're going to wear on that day, etc., etc. I have also went to go get a loan to pay for Mahadi, all sorts of things. And there you are, just before everything is done and dusted, you're cutting everything off. AD is entitled to sue you for breach of promise or breach of contract.
Okay.
Yes.
Look, folks, you can remain anonymous. Maybe you have a little situation. Maybe, things didn't go so well. It's okay. 086 00 959. You can send a voice note on 063 688 0959. We're here to talk, right? We can be open. We can. No, it's not trivial. This is not small stuff. This is very important. And maybe you are one of those people who you are stuck in the middle of trying to pull away from a to-be marriage, or the two of you are just not working out. But you had started the process of getting married. Give us a call. Thabiseng Dibazana is here. Yo.
Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m.
Hey,
Yeah.